Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Cryptidmasterkd. And today, we will be discussing a terrifying creature with abilities unlike any cryptid we've reviewed on the show. A creature locals call the Mongolian Deathworm. But first, before we get into that, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also, I've started making shorts if you want to check those out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit like and comment. Anyway, with all that out of the way, roll the intro. Roll the intro.
Won't you spare me over till another year? Well, what is this that I can see with ice cold hands taking hold of me? When God is gone and then the devil takes hold, who will have mercy on my soul? Oh death, consider my age. Please don't take me at this stage. Won't you spare me over till another won't you spare me over till another year?
Alright, that was a good intro. And as you can see, I got a new mask. Looking good on me. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Let us get deep into the video. Deep inside the Mongolian Gobi Desert lurks a creature thought only to exist in myth. However, it is considered very dangerous by locals and is recommended never to be hunted for. It is a creature that has been talked about and encountered for centuries, all the way back to the Mongol hordes of the ancient times. The creature is known to locals as the Mongolian Deathworm. Now, the creature is described in many ways, but mostly described as a 2-foot long or 3-foot long worm species that lives and burrows in the sand. It mostly resembles that of a giant earthworm and it lives in the sand. However, its reputation is far dangerous. Very dangerous indeed. It's been described mostly as having special abilities that just sound unreal, that sound totally out of this world. Local natives describe it as having very strong jaws and poisonous, and it's been known to spit acid, literal like Alien. If those of you who've seen the movie Alien, leave it in the comments, because that's what it's been known to spit. Corrosive acid that can penetrate even through armor. But it also has a very special secret weapon. It has the ability to generate electricity. And that didn't sound right, sorry. But it has the ability to shoot lightning, and not lightning, but electricity at its victims, attacking them from a distance. Its prey habits have pretty much been camels and other animals and livestock, but sometimes occasionally it's been known to attack people. And it's said that if attacked or simply by throwing some fluid on it, it can also explode. Now, the Mongolian Deathworm is one of those cryptids that's rarely seen nowadays, and attacks are pretty much low, because the creature is said that during winter and spring and autumn, it's been said to hibernate in its burrow, like many other animals who wait throughout that time. It hibernates, and it's said that it comes out mostly during the summertime, and during that time, that is when it hunts. Now, a couple encounters that I am aware of have been called upon by many locals. One such encounter, a young man named Jay, who we'll call Jay, we'll call him Jay. He and his friend were driving down a highway in the Mongolian Gobi Desert when when they saw something on the side of the road. And according to them, it looked like a giant worm. Now, this guy either has heard stories but never seen one. He described it as being a big worm. Now, what he did was simply stupid. He took gasoline. He took gasoline from the back of his truck and poured it on the creature. It is then said that either the creature wrapped around his arm or just what happened is it just exploded. However, in this case, it might not be that way as it seems. See, if the creature can generate electricity, it is most likely that it ignited the gasoline and caused an explosion. So it makes sense that this may have had some interesting features, but also why would it be a mishap for it exploding? But come on, if you pour gasoline on it and it ignites, it's gonna explode. So that's how interesting this creature is. Now, one other encounter with the creature. A woman was going out to do her chores with her goats, and suddenly she saw this strange creature over by the fence near her animals. Now, and she said, I think she took a picture of it or told her neighbors what she had seen, and they told her that it was a deathworm and that you should stay away from it. Now, to the locals of Mongolia, the Mongolian deathworm is considered a very dangerous creature, and it is a big part of Mongolian history. It's been seen and even encountered way back in the Mongol times. So this is probably either a large lifetime spanning creature, or it's a population of these things, which is even more frightening. So I recommend to all of you, do not go to the Mongolian desert to go looking for them. You will bite off more than you can chew. Or, worst of all, the deathworm will take a bite out of you. However, what interests me, and my personal theory about the Mongolian deathworm, is the fact that it has the ability to generate electricity. And what interests me about this is we know in the history books and in nature, there is one other creature that we all know can generate electricity. A creature I'm sure all of you have heard of. It's called the electric eel. It can project almost 100 volts of electricity out of its body when it's hunting, and it can stun its prey. So, what I theorize is either this Mongolian deathworm is a species of worm with the cellular ability to send out electricity with special cells that allow it to do this, or we're dealing with something else. My theory is this could be a sand-dwelling electric cousin of the electric eel that has evolved to stay on land and in the sand. this is interesting because if it is an eel species, but it's not described as an eel, this would be a major fine for humanity. Now, many of the Mongolian people say it's had one lady who saw the creature has been shown pictures of different animals like snakes or lizards or an eel that could have been the culprit. But when the guy pulled up a picture of a worm, she pointed that that's what she saw. And that she knows what a lizard, snake, or any other creature looks like. So she knows for a fact that this wasn't any of those creatures. But she said it looked like a giant worm. Now, this is an interesting thing. And also, to put it, those of you movie lovers, the Mongolian Deathworm has inspired many, many movies uh, throughout the years. For example, there's Tremors, there's video games with the Mongolian Deathworm, and also, it even got its own movie called Mongolian Deathworm. And in the movie, if you want a review of that movie, leave it in the comments, because I'll gladly tell you that after I watch it. But in the movie, the worms are coming out of hibernation and are said to be guarding the lost treasure of the famous Mongol leader Genghis Khan. Now, and this is a lot of good stuff here about this creature, but what I think could happen if somehow, in some way, I'm not saying we should, but if someone captured a Mongolian deathworm and managed to harness its abilities, like harnessing the electric charges it gives off, this would lead to a new discovery for the human race. Organic, non-generated electricity. Electricity that can be, in a word, organic. And this would be a major find for humanity. Now, putting that in your heads, I say to you, please don't go into the Gobi Desert looking for this thing to do that. Because it's very dangerous. And as someone who loves cryptids, I find this creature very dangerous. But anyway, what I hope maybe one day we'll find this creature. But until then, I'd recommend you go watch Tremors, go watch the Mongolian Deathworm, that's what the movie's called. And, well, do the best you can with what you got. Now, before we wrap this up, I will be doing more videos on Wendigo, skinwalkers, and more Bigfoots. I'm going to do some more Bigfoot videos for y'all. And I'm also going to be doing other things on the channel, and I'm going to start making shorts. And we're close, and I hope that we can do this. Okay, we're going to reach 1,000 subscribers this year. I know we can do it. But anyway, I might later on do a survival video. How do you survive a cryptid attack, like a Wendigo or something like that? Leave it down in the comments if you want that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. And I honestly hope that you guys love this stuff. Now, don't even think about, well, my last shout out is to the writers of a great manga. Do the best, and I'd like to shout out to Nappa, one of the greatest weird anime creators. Do the best you can with what you got, and hurry the F up with a Berserk saga anime. And please, stick by the manga. I don't know what that has to do with any cryptids, but anyway, like, favorite, subscribe, and comment down below what cryptid you think I should do next, and hit like. And I have a challenge. Please send me an intro that you think you can do, because I'm also going to be on other platforms very soon. And anyway, no more procrastinating. I love you all. And I love you all. And and don't forget to subscribe and your Cryptidmasterkd. Anyway, with that all on the way, peace out. Love you all.